Imagine being trapped with no way out. The wind howls, the water rises, or the earth shakes beneath you. For some people, survival was a fight against nature itself. They faced floods, hurricanes, earthquakes, and fires, each disaster more terrifying than the last. Families were separated, homes destroyed, and roads washed away. Ordinary people were forced to make extraordinary decisions in moments of panic. Every second counted, every choice could mean life or death. But against all odds, some survived. They relied on courage, instinct, and determination. In these moments, the human spirit is In 2017, a massive flood swept through a small town. Families had minutes to escape, but not everyone made it. One man clung to a tree as the current pulled everything around him. Children were stranded on rooftops, screaming for help. Neighbors became heroes, forming human chains to rescue the trapped. Every second counted. Phones were dead, roads washed away, and help was hours away. Those who survived relied on quick thinking, courage, and sheer luck. One woman tied herself to a railing to avoid being swept away. A father guided his children through waist-deep water to safety. Some found shelter on boats or high platforms, improvising against the rising water. The storm did not discriminate. It affected the rich and the poor alike. People were forced to make split-second decisions that determined their survival. Stories of courage emerged everywhere. A teenager carrying an elderly neighbor, a group of strangers working together to lift debris. Each survival tale was a mix of fear. In another part of the world, the ground shook violently. Buildings collapsed in seconds. Streets cracked and vehicles toppled over. One young woman was trapped under rubble for hours. Dust filled the air, making every breath a struggle. She remembered her training from a climbing course and slowly moved debris, inch by inch. Rescue teams were hours away. Around her, people called for loved ones, their voices echoing through the chaos. Every sound could mean hope or danger. She found a small pocket of air and survived by staying calm. Others trapped nearby improvised signals to communicate. Some shared their last sips of water, showing courage and humanity even in despair. The quake destroyed homes, schools, and hospitals, leaving entire communities stranded. Yet even amid the devastation, people helped strangers, forming chains to lift debris and reach safety. Survival depended on resource. Hurricanes bring destruction like nothing else. Winds over 150 miles per hour tore roofs, off houses, and uprooted trees. One family huddled in a closet as windows shattered around them. Water flooded the streets in minutes, turning neighborhoods into rivers. They held on to each other, praying for the storm to pass. Outside, debris flew through the air and power lines snapped. Survival depended on quick thinking, moving to higher ground, sealing doors, and conserving strength. In some areas, people were stranded on rooftops for hours. Emergency services struggled to reach everyone, leaving ordinary citizens to help each other. Volunteers navigated flooded streets, pulling neighbors to safety. Every decision was critical. Some people lost everything, yet their lives were spared through ingenuity. Surviving a disaster isn't just about luck. It's about preparation, courage, and thinking clearly under pressure. Many survivors credited their calm mindset, knowledge of first aid, and instinct to act. Communities pulled together, proving that unity can save lives. Ordinary people became heroes when faced with extraordinary circumstances. Each story teaches a lesson. Nature is powerful, but human resilience is stronger. Planning, resourcefulness, and collaboration make the difference between life and death. People improvised rafts, shared food and water, and offered shelter to strangers. Courage often came from small acts, holding a child, calming a neighbor, or guiding someone through debris. Even in chaos, hope and determination persevered. Every survivor carried scars, but also stories. Amid the chaos of disaster, some people rose as heroes. Ordinary citizens became lifelines for those in danger. In one flood, a teenager swam through raging waters multiple times to save neighbors stranded on rooftops. In an earthquake zone, a group of survivors used debris to build a makeshift bridge, allowing elderly residents to escape. Creativity, courage, and quick thinking were often the difference between life and death. Some improvised signals with mirrors and flashlights to guide rescuers. Others shared their limited supplies, ensuring no one went thirsty or hungry. Every act of bravery inspired others around them to act. Even when fear was overwhelming, people refused to give up. They held hands, lifted rubble, and comforted the injured. Stories emerged of strangers forming chains to pull people from danger.